Welcome to the Lights, Camera, Rant Podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Lights, Camera, Rant. As always, I am your wonderful host, Mr. Rant. And we've got a lot to talk about this episode with everything going on in the silver screen, gaming, TV shows, and of course, Daredevil Born Again, which, god damn. Oh, that was a really, really good episode. And the shitty thing is we're nearly halfway through and it really hurts. And god damn, we've already got Eric straight off the bat. Haley probably getting to bed pretty soon, but just throw a pop in. I caught up with Born Again. It's good, but definitely not loving it as much as the original visual show so far. Like, that's fair. That's fair, but we're only halfway through. So give it a little bit more. And then if you don't want to, I completely understand. Also, Eric, just start playing the first God of War. Hang on. Hang on, we're back up, Eric. Are you telling me this is the first time you've played God of War ever? Or what? What? Yeah, is this your first time ever playing God of War? Because, goddamn, like, as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of the game, as too, Mr. DJ Fly High, congrats on hitting 200 episodes. Well, look, I appreciate you saying, I appreciate the comment about 200 episodes, but technically, we're actually at 267. So we're closer to 300 than we are 200 because the main episode that we do every single week is 200, but we have also done small episodes, smaller reviews in between. So as much as fantastic to hit 200 episodes, probably more the fact is that we have hit 200 weeks in a row that we haven't missed a single week. The Last Camera Rant has come out every single Tuesday since the 20th of June, 2021, and we haven't missed a single week. And we're not going to either, especially when we start ranting in Europe in July. So get ready for that as well. And just a couple of weeks before that, we will be celebrating the 4th anniversary of this podcast, Lights, Camera, Rant. Eric, I've tried to get into the first two before, but no, I've played the third and the fourth the full way through. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad the fact that you've gone that way through the games. I thought you meant that you've only played it for the first time. No, I played one. I remember playing the first one. I played the second one. Love the third one. Fourth one was fantastic, and the fifth one was such a good way just to wrap up the the relaunch of the fourth and the fifth was just fantastic. And I know it's been rumored again and again and again, but I'm sure PlayStation is working on a remastered trilogy of the first three games. Also, I'll be watching Born Again for sure. I'm not going to bail, and it's still my jam. Okay, good. And I'm glad it's still your jam. Daredevil Born Again, I just can't believe the fact we're halfway through. Like, oh shit. That's the scary thing. And it's a scary thing of when last week we reviewed Invincible's final, and we had Geek Off the Street, which was a fantastic episode. So please go check that out. But me looking back and just going, God damn, we have already hit that point. Like I was this morning, before I was recording this, I was planning out the next episodes, and we're adding in Ballerina, we're adding in Jurassic World Rebirth. Big Man, which I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, a 4th anniversary episode, and when we go on tour as well in Europe, like there's a lot coming up, and I can't believe we're already this halfway through. Also, Rick, I just feel though it's very apparent that it was almost a different show and the new characters just don't feel right to me. Yes, for anyone who doesn't know, which I'm pretty sure everyone does know, that Daredevil Born Again went over a complete overhaul due to they had filmed, I think, about 4 or 5 episodes, and it really was hitting the mark, which is why it got delayed again. Not to mention the writer's strike also delayed it. And I know I've seen a couple of people complain about how, oh, I know he hasn't suited up since the first episode. I'm like, it's Daredevil born again. His best mate has died. So these episodes are him grieving that. And very much like the Tobey Maguire scene in Spider-Man 2, where he's given up on being a vigilante, right? He has to come back in a way because it's born again. And I think also people do forget the fact we're getting 2 seasons of this, which they're currently shooting season 2 at the moment. So hold your horses. Much as I do want to see him in the suit, I am enjoying him struggling with the fact that putting on the red suit is a bit of a struggle. I'm loving the symmetry between him and Fisk with them trying to deal with their alter egos as well. Eric, so I feel like season 2 of Born Again may be better because they'll knowing going into that it's a continuation of the Netflix show. Yes, it could be as well, Eric. And I assume the fact that season 2 of Born Again will have a lot more action. A lot more action it is because I think people were just forgetting. People were really enjoying it, but it's like people complain about, oh, it's taking so long. Just wait. God damn. Mr. DJ Fly, hi. I wonder if Jonah would wear Daredevil costume if Daredevil quit. If Jonah, I wonder if Jonah would wear the Daredevil costume. Wow, am I having a mind blank? I think I'm having a mind blank. Jonah. Holy shit. Jonah. I thought you were going to say Joe Jameson. Sorry, yes, because I made a Spider-Man 2 reference. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Yes, I would love to see that too. Yes, I would love to see him wear the Daredevil outfit and wear that and get on his desk. Yeah, totally made a mind blank on that. Eric, so I haven't read the Born Again comic, but recently saw the plot of it more sounds like season 3 of the original show than the new one, ironically. Yeah, actually, that's what I was going to bring up a point because later on was that people complain, oh my god, he hasn't got in the suit yet. I'm like, he was barely in the freaking suit in season 3 of Daredevil, the original show. Like, yes, we got the black suit, which is iconic and everything, but I'm like, he's barely in that red suit at all in that season. And that season is good, but at the same time, it's like, well, we got an excellent episode 1 with Daredevil Born Again, which was bloody brilliant. And there's going to be more. We've seen the leaked set photos. Punisher, Daredevil in the street in Mayhem. So, just be patient. And yes, I would love to see Joan Jameson as the character. But we'll get into Daredevil Born Again a little bit later. We're gonna punch out the news and then get into the reviews. And I sound like DeSeuss, and I really don't mind. But yes, so Amazon. So speaking of God of War, we like to celebrate the 20th anniversary of God of War. There's a fantastic trailer on YouTube right now that does a great overview of the whole thing. So that I highly recommend to go see. I highly recommend to watch that. Also, going into the 20th anniversary is that Ronald D. Moore, who's worked on Battlestar Galactic, Star Trek, and a couple of others, he's been brought in to overhaul the show as Amazon is making a brand new God of War TV show that was first announced in 2022. Now, he's confirmed from this that they've ordered 2 seasons of the show, but now this is where it gets a little bit, I don't know if that's good or bad kind of aspect is, Eric, I mean, season 3 is a lot better, though, still, that's the peak of the whole series. Yeah, season 3 of Daredevil is chef's kiss in a nutshell, but that's my only gripe with season 3 of Netflix, so I'm just like, doesn't really wear the suit much at all. Doesn't, nope. No, I'm not going to wear the red suit. Just going to wear the black one. Cool. I guess we're not going to see that at all. But sorry. But yeah, go back to God of War. is that he did say, which I know I've seen a whole bunch of gamers being really annoyed about this, is that he said that he's not really a gamer himself. He has tried it, he failed. He's a little bit old to play these type of games. Now, this is the hard thing. Now we have seen shows, gaming shows that have had gamers or the direct creators involved work magnificently. Look at The Last of Us. Fantastic. Look at Fallout. When you have the people behind who make it are right there. Like, yes, as Mr. DJ Fly High says, it is a red flag and it is concerning. So I think a big reason why it's so concerning is that we've seen shows like Halo just complete plummet and bomb and miss the opportunity of where it should be. So, and that's the thing. The fact that he's been brought in to overhaul the show is also worrying as well. So, the shape or form of what the God of War TV show is going to look like is currently up in the air. But right now, after his comments, it's almost like, yeah, we're getting 2 seasons. Shit, he hasn't played the games. He has no idea. We're screwed. So right now, the God of War TV show is in that kind of that flux. But there's not much you can do but celebrate the 20th anniversary of the show of the games though, which I can't believe for 20 years. But speaking of Amazon, is Invincible Season 4 will be coming sometime in 2026 after that fall. Robert Kirkman has confirmed that it is coming, and the best part is that by this stage, all the voice cast is done. All the recording lines are done. Thrag has been cast. That's all done. But yes, sometime in 2026, and hopefully the best thing about that is that we get the entire season and not this half and half bullshit. I don't want that again. Just keep dropping this in Feb every time. I'm really happy about that. But yes, that is really exciting to know about Invincible Season 4. And it looks like, again, he's staying true to the fact that we're getting it year after year after year. Now, this is a little bit interesting, and I don't know how this is going to work, but this could be a big opportunity for podcasters. Apparently, Netflix is looking into more of the video podcast and how to get onto the podcast scene in its app or in its platform dynamic. Look, if there's an opportunity, the fact that podcasters could upload their video podcast onto Netflix and be an option, be a channel, is a fantastic option. I would love that, especially go, hey, I'm on Netflix. That'd be really, really cool to say that, yeah, I'm on Netflix. Go check out Lights Camera Round. That's on the show right there. You can stream all 267 episodes at your viewing pleasure. Actually, 200 of those will definitely have video. I can guarantee. So it's going to be interesting to see how Netflix is going to be working with this, or what shape or form. But this could be a big opportunity on how this is going to look, because podcasting is still booming because of the COVID. And when YouTube added the podcasting feature, that blew up as well. Spotify, Anchor, like it's a big market, especially videos. So that's really good. Very early days right now. I don't expect we can see anything until May later this year of an official announcement of what the plan is. But it'd be really cool. And as I said, I would love to see Lights Camera Round on Netflix, be a Netflix channel. To continue on Netflix, speaking of Halo, Halo has had a massive boost, reaching 4.2 million viewers of the season 1 when launching. So originally, Halo season 1 and season 2 was on Paramount. The show has been cancelled. There is no season 3. Even with this boom, I highly doubt there will be. So Paramount has obviously given the streaming rights to Netflix to see if it can get a second life. So far, so good. But in saying that, as exciting as this is, as good as like it's getting the love, which the love should go to more season 2 than season 1, because season 1 is the worst out of 2 altogether. That even with this, I highly doubt they're going to make some announcement. It's been too long. No one's picked it up. It's been about nearly a year, and all of these guys are going to go on different projects. And even if they do announce it, we're still not going to see it for another 2 or 3 years. So there'll be a huge gap between season 2 and season 3, which again, people might lose interest by that stage. But I'm glad the show has been getting second love, if you will. But at this time, I'm telling you, I'd rather Halo be sold to Amazon and the show be completely rebooted altogether. I would love to see Bungie to be in direct control, but obviously it's going to be 343 Studios or Halo Studios, if you will, be involved. So that would be the dream, but I don't think so. But speaking of a great dream, is that we got the in-house week got the official release date for Happy Gilmore 2. So Happy Gilmore 2, we're dropping on Netflix on July 25th. We get a brand new trailer. Saw the iconic characters back, so I can't wait to see this. This looks like it's going to be really funny and good time. Another great show that's also coming on Netflix in May 23rd is the final season of Big Mouth, Season 8. They have confirmed this is the last season. This is what we're going to be looking at for Big Mouth. It's going to be quite sad seeing these characters go after these past years, 8 years. 8 years, couple of specials, and a spin-off show that lasted for 2 seasons. Now, I know Big Mouth isn't everyone's cup of tea, but it is well worth it. It is actually a solid show. I always crack up and laugh. My wife doesn't. She doesn't like it, but I think it's always a good time. And it's just kind of sad. Like, you watch these characters grow up, you watch these characters go through all this, and it's time to say goodbye as they move on to high school. And we're going to be saying goodbye to the Hormone Monster. Now, what's something we may say goodbye to those characters, but what we might be saying hello, sorry, is a possible Looney Tunes movie. Now, we have a brand new Looney Tunes movie currently that's going to be dropping into theaters next week with Porky Pig and Daffy Duck called The Day the Earth Blew Up, which we are going to be reviewing. So watch out for that review. Is that Acme versus Coyote. Now, this has been a big circle mess into it because it's been shot, it's done, it's fine. And then Warner Brothers are like, no, we're not releasing it. We're just going to shelve it. Now, this was at roughly the same time as when they shelved and canceled completely the Batgirl movie altogether for tax purposes. And this is what they're probably thinking about with Acme and this movie as well. And there's been a little bit of uproar on this on trying to get this, especially after the Looney Tunes movie has done so well. Eric, just saw Day the Earth Blow Up. It was really fun. It was. It was really good. I couldn't agree more, but I will not be spoiling that movie. But I will. We were reviewing it. And the review will come out next week. So, with the great positivity that this film has gotten, it's now pushing forward to see this film see the light of day. The last time we saw the Looney Tunes on the big screen that was a live action crossover was Back in Action, which I loved that movie as a kid, but looking back on it, the box office and the critics didn't actually like it. I didn't think it was that bad, but I always think it's the same thing with like Hook as well. Hook was one of my favorite childhood movies. I loved it. It was fantastic. Little did I realize again when I grew up the fact that it was not received very well. And it's one of Robin Williams' best roles, so that's kind of like the bullshit thing about that. But so apparently Ketchup Entertainment is looking to buy the distribution rights for this film for roughly about $50 million that if it is successful will be launching in 2026. So fingers crossed. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. Eric, you're forgetting Space Jam 2. I don't know if I was forgetting it or I was just trying to get that out of my mind because I watched that and I thought that was horrible and it just made me want to go back and watch the original one. Yeah, because I don't know, because there was rave reviews about that one, but you're right, you got me on that one. I did forget about that. Yeah, there's a big reason why that was out of my mind. But thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. But yes, so this film, if it is successful, we could be seeing this in 2026. If that's the case, that'd be fantastic. The plot sounds good about this film, and I have no doubt it'll probably make more. Actually, it probably won't make more money than Space Jam 2, but I have no doubt the critics probably love it more than we got than what we got. Also, speaking of Daredevil Born Again, is that the next live-action TV show after Born Again is Ironheart, which is currently slated for June 24th. Ironheart. Now, we haven't got a full trailer of Ironheart yet. We've only got clips and sizzle reels from other promotional material. So hopefully we do get a new trailer for coming soon. I'd say, it's going to arrive in June, May. So about, say, May-ish, early May we should be getting the full trailer for this. Eric, I actually feel not much different on Back in Action versus Space Jam 2. I don't know. The 2D animation is the highlight of both films. It is the 2D animation, but the Back in Action has Brendan Fraser. I think that's a lot better than having Jesus, I forgot his name. That's how much I watch basketball. I think the first one was a better version, 100%. And there's a lot of people that also agree with me on that too. But yes, the Ironheart TV show is meant to be dropping in June. This TV show has been completed for nearly 2 years now, and all done and dusted. Also, Mr. DJ Fly is actually 100% correct. Space Jam also has Bill Murray. I was supposed to say Bill Nye. Bill Murray, Brendan Fraser. Nah. Get Back in Action. Actually, Back in Action, I'd say yes. But Space Jam, first one was good and better than the second one. Period. But yeah, so Ironheart has been completed for nearly 2 years now. It was basically, it was going from Wakanda Forever. We were meant to get this, but it's been delayed. It's been reshuffled, and the fact is, I feel like something will be worn off when this character does pop up. It's almost going to be that situation of when, Ironheart's coming out in June. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're a thing. I've completely forgot about you because you're not in anything else. And Wakanda Forever has nearly been 3 years since that came out. So it's very much like, for me, I'm curious to see the character, especially going in the whole Iron Man phase, but not overall. Like, I'm like, if you tell me like this was going to be Loki season 3, yes. Agatha season 2, sure. WandaVision season 2, but this I just feel like, okay, cool. I guess that's all I need. Eric, The Day Earth Blew Up is definitely the best Looney Tunes movie, just pure 2D acting. It 100%. Also, Eric, iconic. The best Looney Tunes movie doesn't even have many Looney Tunes characters. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm funny about that. But yeah, look, so you gotta tell me, like, are you excited about Ironheart? You're like, it should be in the bin. Let's move on and just bring Daredevil season 2 like right now. Let's bring that. Because yeah, I don't think Ironheart's gonna really be a big thing on the overall Marvel universe. Is probably we're just not gonna actually just gonna pop up in Avengers, Secret Wars, and Doomsday, but not really that much. Also, Eric, I am so not excited for Ironheart, but I think I'd prefer it over Agatha season 2. Come on, Agatha season 2 could be good. I don't know. I just don't care about Ironheart. Like, her whole thing with Wakanda Forever was cool, but she's pulling one of those characters. I was like, you know what? You need a show. You need to show 110%. Let's get you a Disney Plus show. Eric, they just need to stop with these random shows. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, this like, cool. Like, we got Ironheart, and then we have Wonder Man at the end. But like, after Daredevil Born Again, I must admit, the one I'm excited for next is Marvel Zombies getting that bloody MA rating. I'm like, that's what I'm excited for. This is just a bit like, yeah, cool. Anyway, moving on. Mr. DJ Fly High. Agatha series was specifically marketed for wine moms, if anything. True. Also, Eric, I did not get the hype for Agatha at all. It's one of my least favorite things MSN has done to date, for sure. I thought Agatha was good. I had down the Witch's Rose stuck in my head for 6 to 8 weeks. I had it stuck in my head. Eric, and keep in mind, WandaVision is one of my favorite things in the MCU. Yes, which unfortunately we would not be getting a WandaVision season 2 ever at all. That is not happening. But I agree with you. Like, Wonder Man looks alright. Like, Wonder Man's going to be a semi-sequel to Shang-Chi. But I like how we're getting that sequel to Shang-Chi, but we don't get Shang-Chi. And the only thing we've seen is What If season 3. And the next thing we're going to see him is in Marvel Zombies. Also, question: where's Moon Knight? Where's Shang-Chi? Where's Moon Knight? But don't you worry, here's Ironheart. Eric. Yeah, I know I'm in the Moronari, but yeah, Agatha was a chore for me. I didn't mind. I didn't think it was that bad. I think I was just more happy to go back into the world of WandaVision, really. And the witches and everything. I think I was really excited about going into that. Like, that was made me more fun in that sense. So, but I do get it. And the thing is that with Agatha, because it's almost it's like 3 sequels and a TV, 4, 5 sequels and a TV show deep. That Agatha was more for the hardcore fans than the casual viewer. And Ironheart is meant to be very much like Miss Marvel, being like for the kids. He's a superhero, but part of me it's like, yeah. Anyway, let's go and roll on to Thunderbolts. That's what I'm up to next. Also, now this is going to be interesting, is that apparently the Jason Bourne franchise is currently up in the market, which, Sony, Universal, Paramount are all going to be putting money for. So the Jason Bourne franchise, 1, 2, and 3 was great. 4 was a reboot, then 5 was to try and save it, which it really didn't. So pretty much after the third one, it completely lost its mark altogether. It wasn't a big banger anymore. But I could see this movie potentially being bought from Amazon and being one of the Amazon TV shows, and opposed to being a movie. But if they do make a movie, I'd be very curious to see who be taking Jason Bourne and what will replace that meme of being like, holy shit, Jason Bourne. So I'm curious to know who's going to buy it. Apparently, the rights can still be rebought at the time, and the offer is good. But if I was the guy on the person holding that ticket price, I want to go to the right studio, and I want the right money for it too. It's interesting that both the Jason Bourne franchise and the James Bond franchise are apparently are all in flux. Mr. DJ Fly High, Netflix could do it. Could they do it? Could they do it? So that was hit and miss with Netflix. Like right now, there's a show on Netflix that I need to watch that I'll be reviewing very soon. It's causing up a lot of stir. But, I just find sometimes Netflix can't be very trustworthy. Like at least Amazon and Disney will, they will give a TV show their breath to a degree to actually form instead of Netflix being like, no, but you can't. But Netflix does need something. It's funny that Netflix was like the first big streaming service, and now it's struggling to keep up with everything going on. So, yeah, but yeah, I agree. Amazon, Netflix, doesn't go on Disney. Also, Mr. DJ too. How about HBO Max? HBO Max could do it. 100% HBO Max could do it between Game of Thrones, between the brand new Harry Potter. I could definitely see them doing it. Oh, that's right. I got to get my HBO Max account very soon for The Last of Us because that is around the corner. Eric, literally HBO is the only one that could truly translate a cinematic universe to a TV properly. I'm not even thinking about Paramount Plus because Paramount Plus butchered Halo, so I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Literally, HBO is the only one that could truly translate a cinematic universe to a TV properly. They do very well, but I won't say that they're the only one. Like, Fallout was done really well on Amazon. Fallout was really good, and not to mention Amazon's currently working on God of War and currently working on Warhammer 4000 with Henry Cavill, so that's currently in the works, and not to mention, what is it? Something else entirely. If we don't count the Rings of Power, which the Rings of Power is very decisive between fans. Like some love it, some hate it. But that's not really. It's not really. Yes, it's good. Eric. Sorry, Mr. DJ. The only time HBO filmed a cinematic universe was Westworld. Westworld is a massive hole of what HBO Max did. That's the perfect example of going, hey, here you go. Hey, that's great. Here you go. That's great. Here you go. Oh, here you go. Oh, what is this shit? That is just straight down bomb. Pretty much that. Eric, Fallout wasn't a continuation of a movie series, though. No, it's not. But at the same time, there's a lot of Fallout games and lore to transition. Jason Bourne is on the books, so I guess we could see how the Harry Potter TV show goes on HBO Max if HBO Max can transfer it correctly. Also, Eric, God, I appreciate you guys both coming past and both of each other. I mean more like how we went with the Batman to the Penguin seamlessly. Oh, yes. Sorry, yes. If you have a Jason Bourne movie and then you have a Jason Bourne TV show amongst in that. I wish I could. Yeah, it's how things. Yeah, it's just how things. Yeah, it's just how things work in that sense. Mr. Judah, I could try. How you gonna try and do this? But it could work in the sense, somewhat shape and form, but how would it work the best way is different. But I right, the Penguin too. But the Batman wasn't HBO Max. Yes, it's Warner Brothers, but you know what I mean. Also, Eric, I felt like the same world where I think Disney has struggled more to keep the quality and the versatility between movie and TV show. Yes, the big debate on that is that I feel like Disney Star Wars, for the majority of it on the Disney Plus, has been good. So, for example, when we look at The Mandalorian, like, yes, it's stumbled a bit, but it's still good from start to finish. Ahsoka is good. The Book of Boba Fett up and down. Andor is fantastic. Andor's getting all that. But I feel like, this is probably it's been a bit of a debate, is that I feel like Star Wars has had its real resurgence into going from the Disney Plus TV show aspect. Because you remember, we got the Rise of Skywalker, which is panned. It's horrible and wasn't fantastic. And then we get Mandalorian drop, and it's like, holy shit! Look at this. This is insane. So I think Star Wars has seen a resurgence in the Disney Plus TV show, which is because of Disney, and I commend them on that and bringing that back. But the Disney Plus TV shows for Marvel have a little bit been more of a hit and miss. The production value is there, but some of, for example, we've got WandaVision, we've got Loki, Moon Knight, they're all fantastic. And then we get stuff like, we get some stuff that doesn't just hit that. So the consistency of quality isn't there. It's a bit more of a hit and miss than what Star Wars is. Also, how about Apple TV on Reacher? That might work. Apple TV on Reacher. Reacher's on Amazon. And Apple TV has had some good stuff. The only reason I've ever got Apple TV is for Ted Lasso, which we're getting Ted Lasso season 4, which means I have to go buy it again. Oh my god! They paying all these platforms, but But let's pretend Mandalorian. But let's not pretend the Mandalorian is any Penguin. No. The quality of a show. Okay. All right, you got me on this one. You got me on this one, Eric. I would put the Penguin and I would put season 1 of the Mandalorian head to head. That's how I would put them too. If we just look at those 2 seasons together and nothing else. not adding season 2, not adding season 3. I would just add that. And technically, if you want to get into it and go a little bit further onto that, is that the Penguin previous movie was the Batman, and Mandalorian's previous movie was Return of the Jedi. Actually, no, sorry. Pull back even further. No, that's Revenge of the Sith. Actually, no. It's Return of the Jedi. Yeah, it's Return of the Jedi is after that. Yes, yes. So Return of the Jedi. So yeah, it's not too bad. Eric, no, Lee. No, the Penguin is still way better than the Mandalorian. I knew that was gonna spike something in you. No, I think they're both good. I would probably put maybe the Penguin just a little bit higher. But then when you add the other seasons of The Mandalorian, good and bad, it could bring it down. So yeah, I put that I'd put it like that. But yeah, I know some people are gonna be like, yeah, no, Penguin is better. Like I get that, but I feel like if you just take that first season of Mandalorian, that is an absolute hit and good in its own right. Just that first season onto that. And if we just got that season, it'd be fantastic. And then, yeah, then people would be like, where's season 2 and season 3? And not to mention, because of how good that season was, Eric, is why we're getting the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which apparently is also reported to be not the most not expensive to make either. It's one of the it's the cheapest Star Wars movie since Revenge of the Sith, and I have no doubt that it's going to be better than the last 2 Star Wars films that we have gotten in live action, and that being the Last Jedi and uh, Rise of Skywalker, and you can take that to the fucking bank. But yes, how we went into that massive tangent is we definitely got that about the Jason Bourne franchise, and I was going to talk about Daredevil Born Again, but I feel like we almost spoke about it. So this episode 4 of Daredevil Born Again, we are halfway through, and we are reeling in with the death of White Tiger, which was absolutely brutal, absolutely brutal. I've never seen such a in a very long time of just be like, yeah, you're free, you can do what you want, and gone. Like just straight up. Of just like, yeah, you did it. Go be the hero. And then boom. Like, someone getting hit by a car or like someone flying away and getting taken out by an airplane. That was pretty much what we got. And my draw was absolutely dropped after that first episode. And it's been like, hasn't been like that for a very long time. I've been in a show like that. I was literally like, oh, okay. Damn. Marvel went there and they executed really, really, really well. That was really good. So we have Matt dealing with the death, and we also see obviously his loved ones. Very reeling on the fact that yes, it's going to the police that have done this, and it's literally, of course, we all think it has, but the thing is that it was wearing a Punisher jacket as they walked away. So basically, which we've seen on the wrists, on the back of the neck, which we've also seen on a shell casing, which we'll later see in this episode, is the Punisher logo from especially extremists. Eric, you need to see Game of Thrones. I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I know I can hear the loud voices. I haven't seen Game of Thrones, and it's going to be something. And it's going to have to really pull me in to watch the show from start to finish. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure there was meant to be a spin-off show Game of Thrones that still hasn't come out. So, yeah, I think it was for Jon Snow. I feel like it's still in flux. And again, that's something like I feel like the gap is just so big now. Like, what's the point of even coming out? But yes, we reel in with the fact is that there are these Punisher extremists going on. Matt's finding them. Matt gets a brand new client, which kind of pushes his buttons pretty far. And we do get a name drop of the Skrulls, which I do love how Matt's like, the guy's like, oh, you didn't even know it could be a Skrull that stole that. And he's like, nope. Just like cut that off altogether. Eric, the Game of Thrones TV show, I think it's shelved. Yeah, I think it's shelved. Because I know they made the announcement, and then I'm like, heard diddly squat about it. I'm like, all right. Guess that was short-lived in that sense, but yeah, alrighty. But yes, we get this brand new client with Matt. He does struggling with the bit because he wants parole, but he ain't getting it no way because of his history. And again, like this is one of the things I love about the dynamic with Matt is because of he just wants to help everybody. He does really want to help them best. Uh, like you, what was that? Eric, sorry, I just brought it up because you mentioned how heartbreaking the death in Born Again was. But yeah, uh, yeah, I know there's a lot of heartbreaking scenes in Game of Thrones, but yeah, I know I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I couldn't tell you when the last time I saw something I was like, goddamn. But look, Eric, I'll give it to you. I have a long list of things that need to go out there. Um, that I need to watch. Also, Eric, like I feel like since it's a continuation Netflix show, though, it's weird to not have seen more similar characters. Still, like we haven't seen Foggy's family reaction. No, we haven't, and we haven't seen Foggy's family reaction. We have, and Karen is basically gone. We do know Foggy and Karen are returning in season 2. We have seen leaked photos of that as well. So the current going on right now, which is based semi on a comic, semi-based, well, it is a comic, but it could be possibly leading to, is that Foggy faked his death because he went into witness protection altogether and didn't tell Matt. Which, if they do plan that storyline, which looks it could be the case, if I was Matt, I'd be absolutely pissed that he can't tell. He has a big secret. You could tell me my big secret, as well as the fact that you faked your death, because I don't want it to feel like Foggy returning. What the fuck? Yes, Foggy is confirmed and will be in season 2. So yes, he will be back. But yes, that's the current coming to people thinking that's what it's going to lead to. To me, I feel like this being dead of a Born Again, the fact that we're having his death, I don't want it to be all taken away that Foggy's still alive. I'd rather it be flashbacks of a particular scene. Yeah, see, Eric just said flashbacks as well. I feel like it would just be flashback scenes. So this is why I like Matt, and this is why I like his character, and he's dynamic, and we see him trying to help this guy, which this guy's really not giving him an inch at all, and you just want to strangle him all together. So we also get Matt interaction with a cop, which he finds out there was no shell casing at the scene of where White Tiger was shot. So we get the scene where Matt goes to where White Tiger was dead. There's this little detective way of how he finds the casing shell, which leads us straight to the scene of where we finally get the Punisher back on the silver screen, which leads to one of the best scene interactions between the Punisher and between Matt Murdock together. Frank and Matt. I like how Frank still calls him Red, and Frank doesn't like these Punisher extremist fanboys. He doesn't like them at all. It's not what he inspired at all. Also, Eric, I mean, I could be feeling a time gap between the opening of Born Again and the end of the Fridge, but I think there was a decent time jump. Yes, I was from episode 1 to episode 2. It was a year since his death. For Foggy. And that was why I was like, how are you feeling about the anniversary of Foggy's death? Mr. DJ Fly High. Nah, Matt, no Batman. No, he's no Batman, but he's pretty close on how he figured out how to find that shell casing with the bottle because it was on a hill. But yes, we get this great scene between Frank and Matt, and it really shows the depth of the character of Frank still feels the pain of what happened with him with his family. We get Matt, who as much as he did the right thing, he got Bullseye put away. He still doesn't think it's fair, and he still finds it very hard. The fact he's living, he's breathing, and Foggy isn't, as you would do, as exactly the same. If it was your best friend that got taken out. And that's the hard thing, is that he doesn't want to go back to this character, but he looks like he's going to have to go put the suit back on together. But the interaction between these two characters was fantastic. The writing was great. You feel the pain on both sides. And sorry, we're not seeing Daredevil and Punisher in this scene. We're seeing Frank and we're seeing Matt dealing with their actions, dealing what's led to this point, and what's been happening to this, and Frank's basically become so recluse and is basically down in a tunnel so far away from everything. Eric, oh no, I mean the time gap between the end of Daredevil season 3 and the Daredevil. I imagine there was a bigger time gap in it's one of the showrunners did say it's about 6 to 7 years between the gap between it. I'm pretty sure your Daredevil season 3 to Daredevil Born Again time gap. Yes, it's 7 years. So from the what's happened in the last ever season 3 until now it's 7 years. Eric, because I did the blip and all that happened in between the two shows. Yes. So the blips happened, Avengers happened, all that's happened. Spider-Man, obviously New York, being revealed, that's all happened. So we're pretty much on the basis of the fact that, I think with the timeline at the moment, this show is very up to date. So all the events prior has happened. So I would say this would fit. This is definitely after Echo. This might be before Captain America. It might be before. It will be definitely before Thunderbolts. How it all sits. I'm trying to think. Probably after Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, I know season 3 was after Infinity War, but yeah, it kind of makes sense as it took place before it still. Yeah. So that's the interesting thing is that when Daredevil Born Again does finish, if it hasn't already, I'm pretty sure it will fit in the timeline scene, which we will see on Disney Plus, because they do have that massive timeline function on Disney Plus and where it will fit. But we do, as I said, this is a great scene. Sorry, this is a great scene between the characters that we do get between them. We also see Fisk and Vanessa still having managed these sessions about their marriage. They do mention the fact that they have no idea where Adam is, which we get Fisk and Matt basically doing a similar scene to each other where they're both reeling with the real men they are. And we see Fisk is eating dinner in front of Adam, which he is still alive. He's captured him. And we see that Matt's getting back his skills. We see all the masks, the yellow, the gray, the black, the gray being from Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the yellow one from She-Hulk, which is obviously a homage to his father in the boxing. Eric, but they put the original show in the timeline. How probably not. I think they did. Pretty sure they did. Daredevil TV show. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The first season of Daredevil is set after the events of the Avengers and was placed after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in I Am Groot, but before Age of Ultron. Jessica Jones' first season is set after that and is placed before Age of Ultron. Where are we? Where am I looking at? Here? Where are we going? Going back. Yeah, so Daredevil is after Guardians of the Galaxy, but before Age of Ultron. Daredevil season 2 is after Ant-Man, but before Captain America: Civil War. The Punisher is after Spider-Man: No Way Home, but before Doctor Strange. Season 3 is after Spider-Man: No Way Home and Doctor Strange, but is before Thor: Ragnarok. Punisher season 2 is after Thor: Ragnarok. And keep going. Wakanda Forever. So Echo is after Wakanda Forever. Echo is before She-Hulk. And yes, so that's where it sits at the moment. Going into that. Where I'll check one more thing. Daredevil. MCU overall. We're going down. It's definitely set. Where we go? Eric, gonna get to bed, but glad Como says take care, mate. You too, man. Thanks for coming past. Appreciate it. But yeah, sorry, but going back to the whole point, yes, we do get that. Also, it's just too weird seeing Fist being sung by our yeah. The whole scene, I felt for him in that scene because he's like, okay, good, I like to go. I need to go. Like, this is really daunting. And, one of the hard parts of being mayor, which we just see with him in that entire scene where he finds how he wants to make change, which is like, you gotta do this, 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 just to make some change. And at the very end of this episode is we get Muse for the second time draining someone's blood. Like, god damn, this character, it looks weird, and it's gonna be like, it looks weird, and what's gonna be happening. So curious to know what it's gonna look like when he does finally does meet Daredevil. But I like how this whole thing's going on between Matt, Frank, Fisk, Vanessa, and right on the back of it, there's Muse just going, yeah, ain't gonna notice what I'm doing because you're no more heroes. So hell yeah. So, and obviously we got no more Spider-Man too, because Spider-Man's not rocking up in this. But yeah, solid episode. Loved it. Great to see it. Still, for me, 1 to 4, the episodes are staying strong. And I can't wait till the next few episodes are going. I'm loving the quality. I'm loving what this show is bringing every single week. And this is one of the, and going from Invincible to this, to The Last of Us. We're currently in the prime time of everything that's coming out right now with TV shows and movies. It is very, very strong. So far this year, as I'm recording this, I haven't seen a particular full-on dud yet. No, actually, no. I can't say I've seen a full-on dud yet of a TV show. Even Captain America wasn't that bad, so you can hold me onto that. So, but look, that is my review for Daredevil Born Again. And please, as always, it's the very last part. Definitely let me know in the comments what you think about the show. Think about what's Daredevil Born Again. Where's music going to happen next? Don't want to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And at the very end, don't forget to join our Discord where the ranting doesn't stop. I know how cliche that sounds, but it's true. We keep it going. And as always, thank you very much for everyone coming past, for everyone who was in the chat and everything. And until next time, happy ranting.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.